Here are your Court News Ohio top stories in 5 minutes. In a dispute between state tax officials and Cincinnati's professional baseball team,
And he's played long ball.
the Ohio Supreme Court quoted the club's longtime radio announcer by declaring,
And this one belongs to the Reds.
in a 5-2 vote on November 21st, the Supreme Court determined the Cincinnati Reds were exempt from paying use tax on bobbleheads and other promotional items given to attendees at selected home games. The court concluded that the team successfully demonstrated that the cost of the items were factored into the cost of the game tickets and counted as a tax-exempt resale of the items to fans. Because of the unique and undisputed evidence in the record, Justice Patrick Fisher cautioned that the ruling may not be applicable to other professional sports teams and organizations that sponsor promotional item giveaways. For hundreds of people, their first session of the Ohio Supreme Court wasn't at the Thomas J. Moyer Ohio Judicial Center.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye.
It was at the Palace Theater.
Think about the power of your words, not the length of your argument.
There weren't any oral arguments. Instead, there were 600 Ohioans who officially became lawyers at the bar admission.
It means something because you are one of only 40,000 in a state of 11.5 million.
It's a good feeling. Like I said, it's kind of weird that it's all finally done.
Catherine Ann Woodford.
The path to the podium for that certificate
Jennifer Lynn Hayes Jimenez.
wasn't easy.
This has been a long time in the making for me. I took the bar exam. This was my third time, and I was successful this time.
For many, they juggled more than just law school, including families and a full-time career.
I've spent 23 years as a police officer, rising through the ranks to the position of police chief, and I knew one day I was going to go to law school. I had the opportunity, and at 46 years old, I graduated and passed the Ohio bar exam.
So, after years of focus and navigating all those steps, they were given professional and personal words of wisdom.
Strike a balance early in your career that incorporates time with loved ones.
Before they took that long-awaited oath.
It was a choke-up moment, and I never really thought that I would have that in that setting.
The person who was sitting beside me kind of had to put her arm around me because I thought I was going to lose it.
Congratulations.
It was a moment they shared with each other and their loved ones.
I can't thank those people enough because it's hard to imagine ever getting to this point without those people there supporting me along the way.
My dad's an attorney, so I think we had kind of have that connection. He's only practiced in Ohio, and so being able to have him here was especially special.
When it comes to being a lawyer,
they're the ultimate court for the federal cases.
You never stop learning.
Some of the famous events that occurred.
For this group, their legal illumination is at another level.
That was a proper search based just on the odor.
After years of on-the-job training, these 12 attorneys are back in school, studying from all over the world.
I love because of the opportunities that it offers and the diversity and the level of education.
They're all part of a Master of Laws program at Ohio Northern University's Pettit College of Law.
It's based on comparative laws, and it's not only learning, it's very interactive because we learn with people from different countries.
Some work for their governments, others work for civil groups. All of them are working toward positive change.
You are able to share experience, share knowledge, exchange ideas, and see how things work here, and you are able to relate back home.
The one-of-a-kind program specializes in democratic governance and rule of law. As part of the process to earn the advanced law certification with global credibility, they not only review cases, but get to see where they happen, including the Thomas J. Moyer Ohio Judicial Center.
Quite imposing building, I must confess, and awesome too, because I never thought that the building could be as beautiful as this.
It's a place where they'll not only take back memories of their visit, but also things to implement in their native countries.
It is a legal argument.
Even a child at grade 7 can go in and get some education because it has been simplified into literature and some very educative art.
And that's a look at Court News Ohio's top stories. Visit courtnewsohio.gov for the latest headlines on Ohio's courts. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter.